What's up, guys? BigJaySaiyan here, and the Halloween season has begun. And why not kick it off with a little style when we drop into my top 13 picks of Halloween season movies. Now, disclaimer, this is my personal list of top picks. These are movies that I've seen over and over, and I continue to watch every single Halloween season. And now I know they may be different than your top picks, but if you like them, go ahead and give the video a thumbs up, and go ahead and drop your top 13 picks in the comments below. Go ahead and subscribe, and you know what? Let's dive right in to my top 13 Halloween season movies. Number 13. The Corpse Bride. An amazing Tim Burton claymation that dives in the afterlife and the relationship of multiple characters. I think I've seen this movie over 24 times. Between Burton's story and directing, the unique claymation style, which is a callback to Nightmare Before Christmas, and the amazing voice talents of Johnny Depp and Helena Carter, this movie quickly became a fan favorite of thousands that must watch every Halloween. Number 12. Ernest Scared Stupid. An all-around over-the-top comedy of a local drunk man and his dog fighting a wicked, evil troll brought back to life. The over-the-top acting of Jim Varney draws me in every time. He is by far one of my favorite over-the-top goofball characters ever made. Anytime this movie pops up, I'm always stuck to the tube until the last credit. Number 11. It's the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown. Charlie Brown is introduced to Linus's yearly tradition of waiting for the Great Pumpkin to arrive. Your Halloween season is not complete without seeing this Peanuts classic yearly traditional movie. This movie was a constant every single Halloween for me because every time it popped up, I was right there to watch it. And I do believe I actually had a videotape of the Great Pumpkin, so I watched it every now and then, but I'm pretty sure I wore it out during the Halloween season every time. I have to say, this is a must at least once, or 6 times a year. Dealer's choice. Number 10. Practical Magic. A dramatic and magical ride through the bonds of sisterhood and witchhood. If dramas, witches, love stories, Nicole Kidman, Sandra Bullock, sisterhood movies, or romantic drama comedies are your thing, then this is a must for you every single year. Personally, I had a thing for Nicole Kidman growing up, and that's what attracted me to this movie. Not only that, but some dramas I happen to have an affection for, such as Shawshank Redemption, and this hit on that same line of just creating a bond between two characters and just seeing how far they would go because how much they care for each other. Number 9. The Addams Family franchise. This revived and reimagined classic comedy is given the Hollywood treatment on the big screen for an amazing dark comedy. A 90s reimagining on the classic TV show is given new life and depth with a cast of greats. Angelina Houston, Christina Ricci, Raul Julia, and Christopher Lloyd knock it out of the park in this movie and its sequel to not only grab the eye of the masses, but to give us another classic to watch every Halloween season. Number 8. The 1990s version of It. The small town of Derry, Maine is terrorized by a relentless evil, and only a group of kids can band together to fight it. This is one of my favorite Stephen King adaptations out there, and even though it was released as a miniseries originally, I first saw it as a full-length movie on VHS, and it is a must-watch if you call yourself a Stephen King fan. For me, the highlight of the movie is the acting from Tim Curry as Pennywise the Clown. Simply amazing, jumping from hilarious to terrifying. Tim Curry is one of my favorite actors of all time. Number 7. Rose Red. A legend-filled house with a mind of its own is investigated by a group of psychics and a very special guest. Another Stephen King adaptation another miniseries. However, I'm allowing it again since the first time I saw it was in its full 6-length entirety on VHS. I believe it was a dual VHS, but that is one of, I'd have to say, is my favorite Stephen King adaptation other than Shawshank Redemption itself. Because this movie had so much in-depth stuff. Not only that it dove into the house's history, it also dove into the family's history and how people interacted with it, and just the shockwave of what the house itself did. The fact that it continuously built rooms that were not there originally and shifted around, and the fact that its connection with the main character Annie, who was a special needs child who had the shine, as Stephen King will call it. But that drew me to the movie. Also, I had a crush on the main character Annie. As a kid, Kimberly Brown, she was not only in this movie, but she was in another movie in the countdown, but I'm not going to spoil that for you right now, guys. But this was a movie that I watched at least 3 or 4 times. It's well worth the investment and well worth the time to watch it. Number 6. The Nightmare Before Christmas. A Halloween movie trying to pose as a Salvation Army Santa, packed with dynamic characters and unforgettable music numbers. This is one of, if not the greatest claymation movie ever made, packed with everlasting characters and unforgettable music numbers. The characters such as Jack Skellington, Oogie Boogie, Lock, Stock, and Barrel, Sally, and Zero, and with the addition with countless musical numbers that just pop in your head as soon as a key hits, from What Is This, to Halloween Town, to the Oogie Boogie song, to Santa Claus. Every single one of them have become fan favorites of my generation and of every generation that follows. The reason why this movie is so low on the list is because it is a dual holiday movie in my eyes, so that it is not only a Halloween movie, but it is also a Christmas movie. So that's the reason why it's down a few pegs. Number 5. Sleepy Hollow. The reimagining of a Halloween legend told throughout the years of the legend of the Headless Horseman. Tim Burton brings his dark edge to the children's classic tale of Sleepy Hollow. Along with his faithful sidekick, Johnny Depp, and the beautiful Christina Ricci, with a dash of suspense, this movie will always keep your attention, minute after minute. Number 4. The Halloween franchise. Madness, or occult, or pure evil drives a young boy into a lifelong lust to kill his entire family, but mainly his sister and her kids. Named after the holiday itself, Halloween, John Carpenter designed and directed the small-budget Halloween film that turned into a decades-long franchise. In the horror community, it is widely accepted as one of the best original Halloween movies ever made. Now, this movie has also spawned several sequels. Some of my favorites are Halloween Resurrection, Halloween H2O, Halloween the remake by Rob Zombie, and Halloween 2, the also remake by Rob Zombie, as well as Halloween 6. I kind of have a weird affinity for that movie. So, I know that everyone likes at least one movie of the franchise, and they have a brand new movie coming out this year called Halloween on October 18th. So get your tickets right now. Number 3. Halloween Town. A group of kids discover their heritage as witches when they follow their grandmother home when she returns to the amazing town of Halloween Town. An instant family classic that has held up over the years. One of my favorite Disney Channel original movies. I have to say the acting from Demi Reynolds and from the Cromwell clan itself. Kimberly Brown, Judith Hugg, Joey Zimmerman, and Emily Ruski all come off great. Each one of them does their part and makes it an amazing family classic. I have to say, when I was a kid, I actually had a crush on Kimberly Brown, the actress who plays Marnie, because I was around the same age, and it was, she was cute, and I just had a thing for her, so, I grew out of it, but I have not grown out of this movie. I return to it every single year if I can. Number 2, Hocus Pocus. A legend is proven true, and the Sanderson sisters return to the land of the living to terrorize and surprise. Arguably the best Halloween movie ever made. Well, told by the masses, that is. In my eyes, this is my favorite family Halloween movie. As a kid, I laughed at the sisters when they attempted to cross the Black River of Death, which just turned out to be a road. As an adult, I still laugh at them over and over. This movie definitely puts a spell on you because it makes you turn in year after year, and it has quickly become the equivalent of what Christmas Story is to Christmas. That Hocus Pocus has become the main movie of Halloween now. Honorable mention. These movies may have not cracked my top 13 list, but these are still movies I enjoy to watch every Halloween season. Number 1, Trick or Treat. A collection of tales of the day of Halloween and the traditions and horrors that dwell within. This is by far my favorite Halloween horror movie. It wraps the traditions of horror and Halloween in a new, delicious candy layer with a cyanide pill in the center. It gives you a dash of something different each and every time. Witches, werewolves, serial killers, and happy little Sam. Now, Sam has become one of my favorite horror kinds of all time now. His unique design and deadly intentions to keep the traditions of Halloween is a very fresh mix for the horror genre. I have to say, for the last 3 years, this movie has been the first movie I watch every Halloween season. Now, I want to thank you guys for coming on this journey with me through my top 13 movies, and I hope you enjoy this. Go ahead and leave your top 13 in the comments below, and as always, keep it real, keep it tight, and you know what? Get a pumpkin tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I'm out.